welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Finally, the long-awaited autumn recipe videos are here. There's a time of the year that I love cooking. It's autumn. As you know, the majority of my videos and this channel is all about budget, nutritious and delicious recipes. Just very, very passionate about having very, very good food on the table, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. I'm not here for the rabbit food, I'm here for the indulgent food, but it's got to be on a budget and it's got to be delicious and it's got to be full of nutrition. So yeah, I've been really getting back into cooking this last couple of weeks since September because it is officially autumn in this house anyway. I'm really like embracing that autumn cooking and harvest cooking. Lots of like root vegetables, stews and soups, and the slow cooker's gonna come out soon. The soup maker has been out this week, which is so exciting. So I'm going to film some of our autumn family meals of the week. We do a majority of our food shop from places like Aldi and Lidl, so always on a budget. I try to get lots and lots of seasonal things into our diet. So I thought I'd film some of the meals we're having this week. We're starting off strong because I am just about to make our Sunday lunch. The best day of the week is Sunday lunch. We're not gonna have a roast dinner. I'm gonna make something just as delicious. I'm going to make a sausage and mashed gravy pie. It's grey outside, it's windy, there's a crisp air. I'm gonna make sausage and mashed pie. It's one of my favourite things to make. So let's just crack on with that. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. If you like autumnal recipes, follow along because there's going to be quite a lot more of these. Anyway, let's get on with this week's meals. There are lots of yummy meals in the video, and let's get on with today's lunch. Okay, a sausage casserole pie, very, very easy. So you need some sausages. I add carrots, onion, potatoes for the mash. I've got this left over in the fridge, which will be nice as like the sort of oniony gravy part of it. I've got some garlic, so I'm gonna make like an onion gravy type thing. I'm going to cook the sausages separately now and then start on the mash. I'm in a slight rush, but I'm going to do everything in my air fryer because I love my air fryer. I do so much in there. So I've got my sausages in a stainless steel tray. When they're sort of browned and done, I can cut them up and then we're going to assemble a pie. Let's get these cooking. So I'm going to air fry the sausages in the air fryer that I have, which is the Cosy twin air fry. It's got this lovely, really big drawer, so you can actually cook so much in there. I've currently got it on grand zone. You can pop this thing in the middle, which turns it into two different separate zones, like so. So you've got zone 1 and zone 2. I'm going to just cook it as the grand zone today, so I'm going to take this out and I'm going to pop the sausages in, close this, turn it on and select grand zone, and I'm just going to press play and they should cook in about 15 minutes. So thank you to Cosy for sponsoring this segment of today's video. I always absolutely love working with them because I absolutely love the dual twin fry. So it's got a 10-litre capacity, so it can cook so much food at once. We have pretty much done entire roast dinners in the Cosy. We absolutely love it. Obviously I've just shown you the drawer, which is huge. It has 4 separate heaters, which makes it really versatile in how it cooks. So my favourite feature about it is how many different cooking settings you can have. If you've watched my videos before, you know I rabbit on about this all the time, but we've actually got rid of our microwave since having it because Cosy twin fry will reheat, it will bake, it will obviously air fry, it can roast, it can reheat, and it can dry. So it's got so many different options. So for us, we were like, why do we have this big clunky microwave when we can just have our air fryer? And it looks so much better. But what's even cooler, the coolest part about it, let me show you, it has an app. So because I am the most forgetful person in the world and I'm always toing and froing between the kitchen and my children. Don't worry, right now they are with their dad. They're all in the playroom. So here we go, my dual blaze twin fry all ready. So baskets are not pushed in. That's because I've just taken them out just for a really quick moment while I'm talking. What's really cool is it has an app and you can completely control it via your app. So when I'm running from the kitchen to my children, I will quickly go on my phone and pause what I'm cooking, or adjust the time or temperature in what I'm cooking. Because if I can't get to the machine quick enough, I will use the app. The app is not necessary for this to work, by the way. It's just a cool added bonus, and it's completely free. The app also has loads of recipes on it, by the way. But if I push that in, continue it cooking, it's got 18 minutes left. I'm gonna set that to 10 minutes because in 10 minutes I want to check them. And I just know I'm going to forget. But I've got 10 minutes to sort of get the mash ready and stuff like that. But you can select stop cooking. It's just a really cool air fryer. I really enjoy cooking with it. I cook with it every single day, no matter what. You can also, another really cool feature, you can cook separate zones. So zone 1 can be baking something at 160 degrees. Zone 2 can be air frying something at 200 degrees. Potatoes are boiling. We've got onions which are slowly sauteing in butter. I've added a little bit of caster sugar in with them just to caramelise them a little bit more. I'm now going to add the carrots. I've just cooked some carrots. I'm going to add some carrots in there and flour, and that's going to thicken the sauce as well as my bone broth. So right now I'm just making like an onion gravy to go with the sausages. So I'm just about to obviously add the vegetables and the flour. I boiled the carrots. I normally steam vegetables, but I boiled the carrots today because I'm going to use the water that was used to boil the carrots to make up the gravy. So I'm going to put a stock cube in there, the flour obviously, some bone broth, and then I'm going to use the water to just like thicken, not thicken it, but turn it into a gravy consistency. Because it's just more flavour, more nutrients, and an easy hack. So sausage with like an onion gravy, carrots and red wine vinegar and things. Obviously I've written it down. I've done the mash. I'm going to put the mash on top. I actually love doing a pie in like a circle dish. Just think it's really cozy. This works really well in the air fryer. We're going to bake it in the air fryer. So let's put the mash on top of the sausages. I have let this cool a little bit just because I don't want the mash to sink in, but I've got quite a lot of mash here. It's very thick. Okay, according to the Cosy app, we are 1 minute. We've got very cranky children in this house, so let's pray that sausage pie is ready and waiting because I need to serve it up immediately. But 1 minute, so I'm also going to serve it with peas, which I've just boiled now, peas and butter. Then it's lunchtime, and then as always on a Sunday we will chill for the rest of the day. We're going to go out on a nice autumnal walk because it's grey and cold outside. Love this weather. Let's check the, oh, hang on. And it's done. Let's check. Wow. Absolutely delicious. the taste of autumn right there. Loads of leftovers. What's good is you can freeze it in this and then put this straight in the oven. But we probably just will eat this for lunch tomorrow. Okay, my next dish that we had this week is one of my favourites. It's so easy to put together. I actually learned this in a HelloFresh recipe one day, and I've been making it ever since. It's like a chicken mushroomy red stock cube pasta. It's the best way I can describe it. So the first thing you do is start pre-frying the mushrooms and chicken together. I like my mushrooms to have evaporated all the liquid in the frying process before I do anything else. So I start frying the mushrooms and chicken with a hearty amount of either butter or olive oil. Just make sure they don't dry out. I then start pre-frying my spinach. I'm so lucky that I can get spinach from the garden. If you are looking for something to grow in your garden throughout the year, spinach is so easy. It reseeds itself. It keeps growing. As long as you are cutting off leaves, it will keep growing. And if you keep the soil wet, it's just been a really easy thing to grow. And so I am always using spinach in recipes. But I cut up my fresh from the garden spinach and then throw that in the cast iron pan. I've linked below a cast iron pan that I can find on Amazon or somewhere, just because I think they are the best things to cook in, and obviously it's iron, so just getting that extra iron in. But once the spinach has completely wilted and the liquid has gone, I can go in and start making like a sauce. So I add tomato puree, a red wine stock cube. You can use chicken, veg or beef. I put in a dash of red wine vinegar, and I also stirred in a little bit of caster sugar as well, just to offset that like real sharpness. Creme fraiche is so much better with this recipe. I don't have any in the fridge, so I use double cream, but if you want the sort of best results, but double cream worked very, very well. Stir it all in and it goes just a bit creamy, and it's very, very rich in flavour. And some parmesan is very, very good with this. Very delicious and salty, and I just stir in that before I stir in the pasta. Also, I do save a little bit of the starchy water from the boiled pasta because that can make the sauce a little bit more saucy. And stir in the pasta, and that is it. But it's just so delicious. I also add mixed herbs into this, and obviously lots of garlic. I've left the ingredient list below for you. But it's just such an easy dinner to make, and one that we all enjoy as a family. Okay, the soup maker is officially out. It is definitely autumn. My favourite soup to make. I really need to experiment with more flavours, and that's something I'm going to do this autumn and winter. But I did start off strong with my favourite one, which is potato and leek. Just such a simple, easy, delicious soup. Now, I always add a secret ingredient into my soup, and it's always cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is very, very hot, but it really gives that like sharpness and heat to soup that you need to warm you up, and just to feel so cozy. So we love having soup for dinner. We have it with toasties or just toast. I like it with buttery toast. I like it super peppery, and I always go in and add some cream into my soups just to make it extra creamy. Okay, another firm favourite in this house. I love cooking with leeks at the moment. We make a sausage and leek and mushroom pasta. Super duper simple. I prefer it with tagliatelle pasta, but you can choose any pasta shape. So the first thing you go in and do is slice and fry all of your mushrooms until all the liquid has evaporated. Again, I use a lovely big cast iron dish, which Lidl are actually selling at the moment. So if you want to have a look in your local Lidl, you might be able to find some good cast iron dishes. But I pre-fry my mushrooms until all the liquid has evaporated, and then I fry my leeks until they are all nice and soft. Keep adding butter into your leeks and mushrooms just so it doesn't dry out, or olive oil. I then cook my sausages. I'm going to just cook those in the air fryer because that's how they cook the quickest. I do cook them from frozen today. I find it super simple. I cook it with olive oil. So whilst the leeks are going soft, leeks can take a little while to go soft. So just make sure you are continuing to stir and separate all the leeks from each other. Once they have gone soft, you can then start adding your spices, herbs and seasoning, so pepper, salt, a bit of oregano, and your cheese. Add your mushrooms into the pan and add the cream. And it becomes a nice creamy sauce. I do also add some, again, water from the pasta just to make it a bit more of a sauce, and it's a bit starchy. And there you go. I do add lots of black pepper into this. I serve this to my children, so I don't add much salt into the dish. Whilst I'm cooking, I add the salt at the end if we need any. It's a really delicious, easy midweek meal, and because it's got the leeks in, it just feels like a really lovely autumnal meal. Okay, one of my favourite meals to make is a pasta bake with lots and lots and lots of hidden veggies for my children. And as it's harvest autumn season, pumpkins and courgettes are currently going into my pasta sauces, and they are none the wiser. I do tell my son, though, who's 4, I do tell him exactly what's in the sauce, but all he sees is a big cheesy pasta bake and he eats a lot of it. So first thing you do is air fry or roast all of your vegetables together. I will add what vegetables I use, mainly courgettes, onions, garlics, carrots, and at the moment pumpkins. Roast them with some mixed herbs and lots of olive oil until they are all nice and soft, and then you're going to whiz them together with a tin of tomatoes, just blend until it's all nice and soft. Obviously the sauce will be really thick because you've got the carrots in there. I did also add some peppers in here. Just anything and everything I will add in there. And another really easy hack to get more omegas into your children is to put flaxseed. Flaxseed is just a really nice, easy way of adding goodness into your children without them really knowing. Not that it's a big deal, but I don't know. I'm just one who likes to add lots of nutrition into my food. Therefore, I like to add it into my children's food. And I also put the pumpkin in. To be fair, I should have put it in with the skin because the skin is so inoffensive and so thin, it wouldn't have been noticed after whizzing up. But yeah, whiz this all together and it becomes a lovely sauce. And then just to up it and make it like a cheesy pasta bake, you can grate lots and lots of cheddar into this sauce. So pre-cook your pasta. I add lots and lots of cheddar and parmesan and also mozzarella. An absolutely fantastic cheese to add into this as well is mascarpone, because if you mix it all together, it becomes this really gorgeous mascarpone tomato sauce and just delicious. But yeah, lots of grated cheese. And both my babies love this dish, and so do me and my husband. We literally love this meal. We have it around once a week. Okay, obviously I have to make a spag bowl because it is the season for spaghetti bolognese. The smells, the cooking process, I just love making spaghetti bolognese. Again, I have been experimenting with hiding vegetables in as many meals as I possibly can, including spag bowl. So I did grate lots and lots of carrots and courgette into this. You can experiment again with vegetables, but I find carrots and courgette grated goes really, really well in dishes like this. And yeah, it's just extra fibre and goodness for us. I did add red wine stock into my spag bowl this week. It's either a red wine stock cube or a beef stock cube or bone broth. So yeah, whatever takes my fancy. And make sure you drizzle a bit of olive oil on your spaghetti after you've cooked it, just because it will taste so much better. And yeah, I just served this for me and my husband, and my children will have the exact same, but I do chop theirs up just so it's easy to spoon or help them spoon into their mouth, and serve with lots of cheese. And then this week we have had the classic mash pie and vegetables. So this pie was actually from Waitrose, I think. I just popped in there the other day and bought one. And it was very, very nice. The steak and ale pies you get in supermarkets, I really love. They're my favourite. I serve it with a horseradish based mash and obviously make my own onion gravy, which is really thick and savoury and delicious. I always add a little bit of sherry into my gravy and it just tastes like, it is the taste of autumn. And if you have shallots, just so good. This is one of my favourite easy weekday meals, and yeah, we all enjoy a meal like this. However, I do actually prefer making my own pies, so I'm going to make that for the next autumn video. And then for absolute transparency, we also had a pizza night, but I added loads of our own vegetables on top of a pre-bought supermarket pizza. Again, I love making my own pizza, but sometimes you have to get the takeaway style ones from the supermarket. I really hope you enjoyed our autumn meals of the week as a family. I will be filming another one which will probably be live in the next few days, so make sure you are following, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye!